Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathasala. I am Dr. Jay Sridhar, Assistant Professor Agriculture Extension, working at Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. Today, we are going to see some of the initiatives in the information and communication technology, which is shortly termed as ICT. Let me use this ICT term in all my coming lectures so that it is easy for you to remember that ICT is nothing but the information and communication technology. Okay, so the world revolves around ICT nowadays because for every country's economic growth or any infrastructural development, ICT role is unavoidable. Okay, so what are all the tools that are involved in ICT? There are a lot of tools. Say for example, in today's world, it is all called as apps, applications. Wherever you go, whatever the sector may be, either it is an agriculture sector or an engineering sector or a medical field or whatever it may be, just you have to do is download the application and use it, and you can enjoy the service of ICT. Say for example, if you take transportation, especially railways, there is something called as IRCTC. IRCTC has an app, and with this app you can just download, you can book your train ticket, as well as you can see what is the status of the train. So in agriculture, you could say there are lots of initiatives in agriculture, especially ICT has a lot of roles that are being played in this agriculture sector. Say for example, one of the initiative is eChopal. We will be seeing that in detail in the coming lecture. But let me put this as one of the main example. eChopal is one of the very successful ICT initiatives that was launched by the ITC, that is Indian Tobacco Company. So it has been covering lots and lots of farmers, and many farmers are being benefited with those kiosks, that is information kiosk. It's like an ATM chamber where farmers can able to get an information related to agriculture or weather forecast or market information, etc. Similarly, we'll all be knowing about Thomson Reuters. Thomson Reuters is one of the pioneering companies. They have done an ICT initiative that is called as Reuters Reuters Market Link. That will also be dealt in the future. This initiative provides that is message, text and messages to the farmers, and every day more than millions of farmers are being benefited with this initiative. So like I already said, whatever it may be, either it is an economic growth or it is an infrastructural growth, or is it for any other purpose for the development of the country, the role of ICT is much more than what we expect. So let us get into the topic of what is ICT and what are all its initiatives and how these ICTs are going to be the backbone of our country in the future. Let's begin with the role of ICT. Information and communication technology basically plays a facilitation role. This will in fact ease the transfer of technology by means of electronic devices, that is, with the help of a computer or a laptop or a tablet nowadays, or even a smartphone, can do any job. Wherever you are, whatever you do, just a click of an application installed in your smartphone will give you the information you want. So these devices actually performs the role of information processing by obtaining from communication tools like telephone cables, wireless networks, routers, mobile towers, internets, and then they process them into a message or a product and deliver it to the end users. ICT is an important component for agribusiness in India. With its available infrastructure and appropriate strategies, ICT enables productivity in Indian market and is still the only factor behind India's trading success. Research conducted on ICT have shown positive effects, but still the change in the attitude of people and institutional requirement to host any ICT-based device remains a fundamental problem. This may be due to lack of funds, range of advanced technologies and tools, high cost, and sudden transformation from conventional type to advanced technology. However, we need to accept the fact that is in the present scenario, ICT-based service providers have become huge in the market and the sector is constantly growing. Let us take example of mobile phones. There are a lot of mobile phones manufacturing companies. For example, Samsung, Microsoft, Apple, Vivo, Micromax, whatever the company may be, they are highly competing. One model has to overcome the model of another company. Only then it can able to stand for a long time in the market. So these companies are developing some features or the other that attracts people to buy it. Most of the time, these features are not kept constant on the phones. Once an upgraded version of the same phone comes in the market with added features, human mentality strives to purchase it. Although it is a business tactics, the device has made much more impression among common people. Many in today's fast-moving life uses multiple ICT tools to equip their knowledge by collecting, storing and sharing information, and that's what ICT does. Through its tools, it basically forms a facilitation process where one can able to get optimum information or data that are available in the web, and he can able to utilize those information for his personal views or for his research purpose or for the study purpose. We have seen what is the role of ICT, and now we are going to see what are the innovations, especially in India, what are all the ICT innovations or initiatives that are taken for the development of the country. Since the last decade, like we can take 10 years of data, it shows a lot of improvement in the country, and these improvements are only being made with the help of the information and communication technologies. It's a revolution, in fact. That we are going to see is an institute which has been pioneering lots of ICT initiative in the state, and that institute is nothing but National Institute of Agriculture Extension Management, shortly called as MANAGE, which is located at the Rajendra Nagar of Hyderabad, has taken up a lot of ICT initiatives across the country. For example, the first work is that they developed a district level website and they hosted it. Lots of information kiosks are also being established in the block and mandals and village levels to provide need-based information to the farmers and to the end users. Agriculture continues to be the occupation and the way of life for more than half of the Indian population even today. Sustainable prosperity of this class, the farmers, the landless agriculture laborers, holds the key for improving the overall human resource development scenario in the country. Indian agriculture has been the traditional lines till the first wave of Green Revolution in the late 60s. The Green Revolution gave a sudden boost to the production and productivity of major cereals in assured irrigated areas. Quick dissemination of agriculture research system to the farmers in the field and reporting of farmers' feedback to the research system is one of the critical inputs in transfer of technology. The information and communication support during the last 50 years has mainly been conventional. The extension personnel of the Department of Agriculture disseminated the technological messages to the farmers manually on those days. This approach has not been able to reach majority of the farmers, but only after the intervention of information and communication technology, now it is just a one-click away for a farmer to know more about agriculture information. There are lots of applications being developed in agriculture, and some of the applications we will also be seeing in the coming class. The gap, but whatever the information or whatever the technology that are being raised for the benefit of the farmers or for the benefit of the common public, the gap remains still a challenge for the extension system even today. To reach over 110 million farmers spread over 500 districts and over 6,000 blocks is not an easy task. The diversity of agroecological situation adds to be a challenge again. Farmers needs a much more diversified, and knowledge required to address them is beyond the capacity of the grassroots level extension functionaries. Whatever the developments that are being given for the benefit of the common public or a farmer, it is very difficult for him to utilize it for the first time, but once when he gets used to it, it becomes common and it becomes easy for him to operate. Any application or any technology, for example, could be of the same kind. Like the initial response, whenever a technology comes in place, the initial response of the public is more common and encouraging. So, to test the efficiency of reaching the last man in the country, the National Institute of Agriculture Extension Management under National Agriculture Technology Project established internet hubs in 24 districts of 8 states under pilot basis. They selected Mutually Aided Cooperative Thrift and Credit Society, shortly called as MACTCS, organized by Development of Women and Children in the Rural Area group in 10 villages of Rangareddy district. One multimedia computer system with UPS, printer and internet connectivity was provided to each MACTCS. 4 members were identified by the group and they were trained in the basic computer operation and internet browsing, multimedia CDs on agriculture, the interactive self-learning package on water management, etc. The Vivasaya Panjangam, that is the Encyclopedia of Agricultural Practices, paddy, cotton, mango and coconut cultivation, expert system on selected crops, rural development, pickle making, child labor, child education, nutrition, health, etc. were all given to that group. A user-friendly accounting package was given to all the MACTCS to maintain their accounts and 2 members were trained to use it. The experience of these groups have shown that they have been using the internet in innovative ways. They are browsing DRDA, that is District Rural Development Agency website for government programs and schemes. They are looking for weather forecast, market prices, job opportunities, news on net regularly. They have also started to charge for some of these services selectively. This provided a good opportunity to the rural information kiosks to earn some revenue. Farmers are also using the net for getting technical advices online for various sources. A number of university, government departments and also some of the private entrepreneurs have hosted agriculture websites. The agriculture information base on the net is building up slowly but surely. Manage has taken the initiative to provide linkages to the technical and other farmer-friendly information through its website. It is also supporting number of agricultural universities to digitize their technical information and host the same on the web. These websites have improved information dissemination of these institutions significantly. Information technology and media, in what way these two are connected? In India, the extensive service or network of information and communication technology and its tool have led to the increased capability of information diffusion and technology adaptation among rural population. The MS Swaminathan Research Foundation, for example, established Village Knowledge Center at Puducherry with an aim to attract the rural population with available ICT tools and make them utilize its service for their livelihood improvement. The project received good number of support and participation from the localites because the information provided to them through these ICT channels were available in local languages, which facilitated even the literate citizen to utilize the information properly. Similarly, the Indian Tobacco Company launched eChoppal, which I already said before, in 2000 June for assisting the information, market price and package of practices in the scientific agriculture. The response was so impressive among local people that made the company establish 1,200 eChoppal kiosks, that is information kiosks, across 4 states, that is Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. The company never stopped just with that. It identified potential farmers whom they called as Sanchalaks and gave them short-term training on how to operate these kiosks, and even today eChoppal stands to be the most successful ICT model for dissemination of agriculture information. Having seen the success of ICT at various states and service motto of the private organization, the Department of Agriculture and Cooperation under the Ministry of Agriculture also established some of the ICT initiatives in the country. Coimbatore district of Tamil Nadu, for example, which is well known for progressive agriculture, have made very impressive initiatives in the ICT. They have made all agriculture commodity transaction online. There is one block in the district called Periyanayakan Palayam, which has successfully initiated ICT project. Having a population of 66,000 farmers around the block, the office of the Assistant Director of Agriculture, Periyanayakan had taken steps to put 4,370 farmers in one platform for utilizing the benefit of the initiative. Today, these farmers sell their produce online with the help of a software called as Farmers Crop Management System, shortly called as FCMS. This is installed in the ADA office, Periyanayakan. Most of the agriculture goods, especially flowers, goes to Kerala through the software transaction only. Once the farmer is registered to FCMS, he becomes a liable customer of the software and he is fully permitted to utilize it and transact his produce through it. The software not only helps the farmers to transact his produce but also provides up-to-date market information to them so that he can be aware on when to sell his produce and where. Likewise, in Madhya Pradesh, the State Agriculture Department is utilizing the service of satellite communication centers to telecast its agriculture program on every Monday between 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. The program is broadcasted as a two-way communication mode where the audience can watch the show. They can even able to call and talk with the experts and get the queries answered instantly. Tamil Nadu Agriculture University utilized the service of Makkal TV and Podigai, DD, Doordarshan Podigai to disseminate agricultural technology every day. The program is a live show telecasted in Tamil language where farmer can participate the show by calling and getting queries answered. These are all some of the innovations that are being carried out in the agriculture sector by the ICT. Some of the other initiatives of ICT in the agriculture is AgMarkNet, that is Agriculture Marketing Network. This is one of ICT initiative implemented by the Directorate of Marketing and Inspection, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India. Through this AgMarkNet, it links all important agriculture produce and marketing committees, state marketing boards, and the regional offices for effective exchange of market information and prices. AgMarkNet is a step towards globalizing Indian agriculture and empowering the rural masses. Another initiative is e-auction, which was initiated by Tea Board of India. There are totally 6 e-auction centers in Calcutta, Siliguri, Guwahati, Cochin, Coimbatore and Kunnur. These e-auction centers provides access to the manufacturers, warehouses, auctioneers, buyers and sellers on various functionalities associated with the software. It is an end-to-end process which involves creation of invoice copy till the tea is being delivered to the warehouses. Another initiative is the Thomson Reuters called Thom's Reuters Market Lite, shortly called as RML. RML provides mobile-based agricultural information to the farming community. In across 13 states, RML has influenced the life of over 1 million subscribers from around 50,000 villages across 13 states in the country. Information in RML are available for more than 300 crops and about 1,300 markets. Another initiative by IFFCO, that is Indian Farmers Fertilizer Company, they have done an ICT initiative called Kisan Sanchar Limited, which helps farmer acquire information on weather, crop and animal husbandry related advices. Informations are provided through text and voice messages through this Kisan Sanchar Limited. Around 5 messages per day is provided to its member every day on the above said issue. In case if a farmer needs to have a conversation with the officials of the Kisan Sanchar Limited, they are facilitated with the callback options along with a helpline number. Another initiative called as Gramin Suvidha Kendra. It is a single window system service based on ICT project initiated by Multi Commodity Exchange of India Limited and India Post. This project has been working for quite a long time in empowering farmers with the present and the future market price of this commodity. It supports decision-making process of the individual by providing critical market linkages throughout the crop cycle and thereby contributing towards the socio-economic growth of the farmer. Krishi Doodh is an ICT initiative that brings producer community and agribusiness companies in one platform and create an effective value chain to give high net price for produce and better choice of market for produce and business ease, better access with farmers and transparent negotiation for business companies. These are some of the other ICT initiatives in India. So far, we have been seeing about what are all the initiatives in ICT. So now, although there are a lot of positive effects behind it, there are equally limitations in ICT. That is, the main limitation is consumption of time. Time interval is more while providing information services to the farmers. Not all the ICT initiatives covers market, but some provides information on weather, some provides information on crop. If you take apart from agriculture, there are a lot of other applications or ICT tools that provides informations concerned to that particular field. So even these ICT never necessarily touches all the nooks and corners of a concerned topic. Based on the company, based on its mandate, an application will be developed and that will be posted in the cloud, and a common person or a common public is allowed to utilize it either freely or with some charges. So charge, again, paid application services are also some of the limitation, because not all can pay and utilize these services. Most of our Indian mentality is that whenever there is a free app, we can download and utilize it to the maximum and throw it away whenever it is required. But when it comes to paid, we will always be having a mindset that it is a paid software, so we need to use it proper way. We should not be using it in other means. So as far as the agriculture is concerned, most of the applications are produced to provide market information to the farmers and a package of practices in the cultivation of crops. So even those apps that are used for cultivation of crops, local varieties of the crops are not concentrated. Only hybrids or the varieties that are being recently released are only concentrated. So these local varieties are not given much importance, and hence this ICT project neglects the provision of market information for the local varieties. There are gaps in utilizing the information by farmers and extension functionaries. That is one of the important limitations in ICT. So we have seen the advantage, we have seen the limitations, we have seen what are all the innovations that are at present in agriculture sector, what are all the initiatives that are being carried out for the benefit of improving the socio-economic status of the farmer in the country. So having seen all this, my perception, you can say, is that in recent time they keep celebrating the mediocrity. Okay, it is psychotic. ICT is always psychotic. They keep celebrating, they keep creating new ways to celebrate mediocrity, but one who is genuinely exceptional will utilize the ICT, will utilize the tools of the information and communication technology wisely. That is the major thing that we need to see. As far as my perception is concerned, I would say that there are a lot of benefits available through information and communication tools. All these tools are for one reason, that is to improve your knowledge or to equip your knowledge. So for equipping the knowledge, one must have sufficient information to get stored in the brain. So these informations are available around the web, and those informations are being channelized to your brain only through certain tools, and that communication or facilitation process is being done with the help of the information and communication technology tools. For example, computer, for example, smartphones, for example, laptops. These are all the tools or devices that will ease in giving you a lot of informations that are available from the web. So all the initiatives in the present study that we have gone through is all for the benefit of your knowledge, but there are a lot of other ICT initiatives in different sectors, and those who are seeing this video and the specialization of yours can also be obtained through various applications. So utilize it properly and get benefited. Thank you.